Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the new suit, the Hyaku Shiki Kai. Almost said full armor Hyaku Shiki Kai. A lot of people got confused about that. They're like, hey, don't we already have this suit? Nope, that's the full armored. And I really try to paint this like the L-Gaim from Heavy Metal L-Gaim, but unfortunately you can't just paint the hands on this suit. It also goes to the calves of this suit. Unfortunate, but we got close. You know, at least you can. I guess you can kind of see what we're going on here, or what's going on for this. But yeah, I do have one match here for you. And it's going to be a very casual match on a custom match with friends. And I don't do anything too crazy with this suit, which kind of encapsulates. Did I pronounce that right? The Hyaku Shiki Kai. It's not a super crazy suit, but it is a pretty solid suit if you know what you're doing, and of course it has like solid abilities and weapons on it as well, and some decent stats on it, which we'll get into here in a second. And of course this is a 600 general, and yeah, let's get into these stats now. That is going to be 17,500 HP. That is 16 ballistic resistance. You got 30 beam resistance, 20 melee resistance, and you have 30 range and melee strength. You have 130 speed, you have 210 boost speed, you have 75 thruster gauge, and 72 turning speed, which I believe, yep, turns into 81 in space. And for slots, you have 13 close, 22 mid, and 9 long range slots. And yeah, these are some pretty decent stats here. You know, the ballistic being low, that's not decent, but 30 beam resistance, only 10 off from the Hyaku Shiki, but you know, you can definitely bump that up with the slots you have here. And of course 30 range, 30 melee. You can go either or in the direction you want, although you have to be careful with your long range because you only have 9 slots for that. And of course 75 thruster gauge, that's pretty good. And you do have some pretty good turning speed as well, especially if you're in space, so nice. And for your weapons here, starting off with your primary weapons, you have the Hyaku Shiki beam rifle. It makes a return. It's here again, and it's 2,400 damage with 4 rounds and 350 range. And honestly, I haven't used the Hyaku Shiki in quite a while, the Hyaku Shiki beam rifle in quite a while, that I forgot how it works. It's actually quite accurate. It's not a thick beam at all, and I keep forgetting about that. But it's a stun weapon and it's a beam weapon, so pretty nice if you know how to aim. So yeah, good. And 350 range as well, nice. You have the Hyaku Shiki Kai beam saber, which is 2,400 damage, and does some pretty decent damage if you wanna buff up that melee strength. And yeah, it can net you some pretty good damage. I believe I've gotten like over 4,000 damage on quite a few generals and raids, so I like that. I like that a lot. And for secondary weapons here, you have the Head Pulse Laser Cannon, which is just your beam Vulcans. That is 250 damage, 10% heat rate, and 225 range. And they are rapid fire, and you can boost while using them as well. And it takes 10 hits to stun, and if you use some of the weapons I'm going to mention here soon, that will turn into a 6 stun hit for stun accumulation. Or 6 hit stun. And unfortunately, the rate of the heat rate of it rising back up after using it a couple of times, it's not fast enough to be like consistently useful for doing things like breaking maneuver armor. So it's not going to be it might be helpful to stop somebody once, and you have to be careful after that because if you're fighting something like a DeJ SER, which is quite a popular suit at 600 among some other stuff with maneuver armor, it's going to be kind of tough. But does some good constant damage for that, And then next you have the Arm Grenade Launcher, which is 700 damage, 2 rounds, and 250 range. And, just, Arm Grenade Launchers with some decent damage on it because it's ballistic. And unfortunately, it does not stun in those 2 hits, but it does, again, help out with stun accumulation with your Beam Vulcans. And then you have the Arm Grenade Launcher Incendiary, which is 200 damage, 2 rounds, 250 range. And yeah, just like with the Gazelle Grow and the Zusa, it will do damage over time since it's like a fire missile. And it does 200 damage, same as the Zusa's missiles actually. and it will do 10 ticks of damage, which will equal to 2,000 damage. So nice, you can mix it up with a lot of your other weapons. That's pretty nice. And finally, you have the Hyaku Shiki Kai Clay Bazooka, which is 2,300 damage, 4 rounds, and 350 range. And yeah, it's a bazooka, so you got 2 insta-stun weapons in your catalog here for the Hyaku Shiki Kai, which is quite nice. And of course, it's a ballistic weapon too, so it'll be doing extra damage to people. And you have to be careful as well because it is a bazooka. It has a longer ready up time, so if you want to combo somebody like at mid range, you might want to use the bazooka first and then go into your beam rifle. But yeah, do some good damage. And then for skills, you have Shock Absorber level 2. Absorber? Yeah, Absorber level 2. I don't know why that was weird. Quick Boost level 3. You have a double dodge roll, which is nice. You have Flight Control level 2. That's pretty nice. You have Bouncers and Back level 2. You have Melee Combo Controllers. That's 2 swings. You have Force Injectors level 2. You have the Back Add-on Buffer and Shoulder Buffer, which for the Back Add-on Buffer, it's going to be obvious where it's going to be on your body, just that back there with the little, I forgot what you call them, the stabilizers, the fins, the tails on your little backpack there, and the shoulders, this is going to be where your shoulders are. And I believe that's 10% off when you get hit there, so good. And yeah, that is the Hyaku Shiki Kai, and I gotta say, it's not the best 600 general that has like similar weapons. Like that would be the just straight up just the Rigazi Custom. Rigazi Custom's a fucking monster. It's like one of the best, if not the best, general at 600. And it has similar kind of weapon set as the Hyaku Shiki Kai with the instant stun weapons, multiple instant stun weapons with stun accumulation. But that thing can fly, and it has more weapons when it's in. Has even more weapons to use when it's in flight mode. All the nasty combos you can do with that suit. But the Hyaku Shiki Kai is a decent little general if you don't have the Rigazi Custom or any other of those suits that kind of similar, like the I see the DJ SER mentioned a lot too, along with the Rigazi Custom, because it has 2 stuns as well, but you don't have a double dodge roll, so that might be a reason to pick this suit. But it is, I can say it's a pretty solid suit, and if you're really aggressive, you can really make do with getting your stuns off and going in for melee. And if you can get those stun accumulations, which will lead into the pros and cons for this suit. And I think I'll start off with the pros here, and of course I'm going to start with the pro for having, two instant stun weapons. I think it's fair. That's 2, pretty good for locking somebody down. If somebody does a dodge roll, hey, I gotcha. There's no stun. The stun accumulation's decent. I wouldn't say it's a pro. They're certainly better suits that can like whip out a stun accumulation really fast, but it's there. You can throw out your missiles and then boost forward, use your beam Vulcans and get a stun that way, going for your melee, or maybe combo it with one of your instant stun weapons. So that way, if they do a dodge roll, you can like use it on that, your stuns on that. Which, hey, if you have 4 shots for each of your instant stun weapons, that's 8 potential stuns. That's pretty good. And before we go any further, timeout. We'll see what we got going on here. And again, this was a very, very casual custom match. But yeah, mission completed, and we'll see what we got going on here. Not on the board. Truthful did really good, so I'm going to praise the Rigelgu here. I don't know why I got praised, but 17,000 to 11,000. Yeah, pretty good score there. And let's see what we got. A 6th place, so right in the middle. 4 and 2, so not too good, not too good, not too bad, but I'm fine with that. And yeah, back to the pros here. Some more pros is that the stats are pretty good on it. 30 beam resistance. You can definitely buff that up along with the slots you have here, and I believe when you do your enhancements, you get even more beam resistance. That's pretty nice. And of course, that means you can remove some of the slots for beam defense to put into something else, which is yeah, I like that. And of course, you have like 75 thruster gauge. It's a pretty good positive. And then for negatives, or I should say cons, but not a whole lot stick out to me. It's just a very solid suit. It would be unfair to say that a con would be like it doesn't have maneuver armor, which it can't really help that, If it had like, if it was a really big suit and had maneuver armor, I would say that's like a weakness. But it doesn't have maneuver armor. It has a double dodge roll. I forgot to mention that. It's got some good skills for pros. But for cons, it's I guess the stun accumulation. Oh yeah, the missiles. Yeah, the missiles. I would say that's definitely a con for this suit. I do wish they did a little bit more stun accumulation, at least to make it easier for your beam Vulcans, because sometimes it can be pretty hard just to go from the missiles. It feels a little bit awkward to go from your missiles to your beam Vulcans and try and get a stun in 6 hits. So it'd be nice if they increase the stun accumulation to help with the maneuver armor breaking for this suit, because there's a lot of suits at 600 that have maneuver armor, and there's some suits that are pretty popular. Like the SER, that's the one that comes into my head first, because that doesn't have a dodge roll and has just straight maneuver armor and overboost. So that could be a problem for this suit. But other than that, there's not anything else that sticks out to my mind. There's probably something I'm missing, and of course, at this point, I'm going to say, hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And, you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the Hyaku Shiki Kai. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is there anything I missed about this suit? Because I feel like I might be missing something, but for me though, I do like the appearances of the Hyaku Shiki Kai, and I do like its gameplay. It doesn't quite gel with me completely though. I do like the idea of it, and I've seen people do really good with it. There's potential in it, but of course, compared to something like the Riga Custom, this suit clearly does not have the capabilities to be better than that. But I think even then, it's still a pretty solid suit. And if you don't have the Riga Custom, or you don't have like a DJ SER or some other suit that has multiple stuns, this suit might be good for you. You know, you get 2 stuns, you get double dodge roll, you get 2 melee swings, you got 2 everything. And you got some decent stats with it, so it can really be a very solid general to have on your team, either as a mid-range, close range. You can have it play as a supporting general, maybe perhaps bodyguard the support, depending on what what raid you're fighting though. But so yeah, I think it's a pretty okay suit. I almost want to say kind of fillerish, but I think it could stand out on some. But yeah, I can't wait to see what next the next Hyaku Shiki is going to be. You know, they did mention that this thing does have hard points on its shoulders, so that's a little bit of a hint for the mass production Hyaku Shiki, the one that has like the beam Gatlin or beam something on its shoulder, beam minigun. That'd be cool to see. That one would probably be a support or something. But yeah, that's going to be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.